Five-star defensive lineman Marvin Jones, a pass rush specialist, is going to pick the Dogs over Alabama and some other schools too. He also picked them over Florida State, Oklahoma, and SC. A lot of people after Marvin Jones, a five-star guy from Fort Lauderdale. Obviously, a very good product coming out of American Heritage School that Georgia knows well. So it's just another cog in the wheel for Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs in this 2022 signing class. They are making a real run at the number one class in the country. It's not surprising that they would be doing this. This build up to signing day has been pretty intense, and adding someone the caliber of Jones to your team. It could help you immediately. Now, I don't know that he would immediately play and be like a star necessarily, but he's going to get a look. It looks like to me, and Georgia's defensive line is going to have to replace some parts. Obviously, having an elite pass rusher is something that's always something to have in your arsenal. It's a really good thing, but when you watch Jones play, really a long player, tall. He's listed at 6'4.5". He might be 6'5", but you're gonna need to get some sort of pass protection. I mean, a lot of the time when you watch the film, he's just so way overmatching everybody on the field. It's not. Just really doesn't do justice to talk about what he does in high school, but it's all we've got, and he is one of the best pass rushers in this class. And because college football is more and more seemingly going to the passing game, you've got to affect the quarterback. And the number one way to do that is with a pass rush, specifically from a defender. Jones, I wouldn't say gets low to the ground or anything like that and kind of explode up like that. He's just really hard to deal with coming off the edge. It's harder for me to gauge how he is setting the edge because we don't get as much film on that, and I've not seen him play live. So that's going to be something that always pass rushers, they have to either have that in their arsenal or develop that over time, because you're not going to rush the passer if it's 3rd and 4. Okay, but it really, to me, it goes to show Georgia is going to sign a pretty large class by any standard, but they're saving kind of the best for last here, and um, it's just another example of how well Kirby Smart and company close. That's such an important thing in recruiting, is closing. And when you look around, you've got already some coaching changes at Miami and with the Gators. And for Georgia to still have a real presence in Miami, when you start talking about, the first person that comes to mind to me is James Cook, but you also got Kenny McIntosh. Obviously, Sony is from down there, and it doesn't have to just be running backs. It can be guys like Jones. But Georgia is in need of a quality pass rusher. When I look over here at the board, uh, I mean, Chaz Chambliss is going to be a very good pass rusher for Georgia at some point. I don't know when that will be, but he's not prototypical in terms of size the way that Jones is. I mean, Jones is, again, long, can get quickly to the quarterback. If he wants to, he can get back down the field after rushing and kind of clean up the junk, say 3 or 4 yards downfield if if DBs have come up and slowed or stopped somebody, and you can punch fumbles out like that. There's a lot to be said for being long. I don't know if he's uber athletic. He doesn't seem like he's a guy like, I don't even know. If Leonard Floyd picked up a fumble and ran 80 yards back the other way, it wouldn't take him a long time. When I saw Jones do that, it took a little longer than I would think, it would take Leonard. But Leonard's a first round guy. Is Jones going to be one? I don't know. It's too far away for me to say. But guys from American Heritage, they're getting coached in a legitimate big way. I mean, I'm not saying they're fully developed, but down there you've got St. Thomas and you've got American Heritage. Those are the primary. I think they're both privates. I'm pretty certain. that you can. I mean, I know Aquinas is, and I'm pretty certain American Heritage is. I've been down there for signing day stuff. Tyson Campbell, actually. But they've got kids coming through there like crazy all the time. And there are no allegiances at American Heritage. I mean, you can go wherever. I mean, Marshall Morgan was from down there. But continuing to establish your presence at a school like that, where there are really two schools that can really pull in kids from the South Florida area that are very serious about football. That's Aquinas and American Heritage. Those two specifically, to get somebody of the caliber of Marvin Jones, it's a big deal. And I think that what he will develop into is harder to know, but he's got tremendous, you know, gifts. The length is obvious. Can he set the edge? I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying he can't. I don't know. And then can he, you know, I don't mean this bad, but rudimentary pass rush moves and skills are only going to work for so long in the SEC. You're going to have to be a consistent, player at three downs, or at least two of the three, second and third down. I don't have enough information about him to know, and I don't know really how anyone would, because you're going up into a next level of football in the SEC, where you do have to set the edge. You do have to make tackles. You're not just pursuing quarterbacks, stuff like that. What makes him special is pursuing the quarterback. His God-given length, that makes him special too. For Georgia, it's another five-star in this class. If you're going to compete and beat Ohio State, Alabama, and that's, I mean, and maybe in the near future Texas A&M, but it's really been Georgia, Alabama, and Ohio State, and no one has been able to consistently knock off Alabama. The way to do that is with a very good defense that can rush the passer. You've got to get pressure on the passer. If Jones is the guy that can do that, that helps you a ton. But hey, listen, you accumulate as many five-star guys as you can, and you just take it from there. Could he be a big factor next year? I mean, he looks like he can rush the passer right now. And I mean, it's not the same comparison at all. Chaz Chambliss looked like he could rush the passer for sure too. And this guy is similar. He's not like Chaz Chambliss. They're different players completely. I'm just saying, if you can rush the passer, you can rush the passer, and this guy can do that. It's a big get for the Dogs. We'll see you over on dogpost.com.